guys, it's Erica, also known as Story of Erica over on Instagram. Welcome to today's video. For today, I'm going to be showing you guys an updated studio tour and how I organize and store my inventory for my Poshmark closet. A couple months ago, I did a studio tour and I showed you guys around my studio a little bit, and I recently ended up moving my studio to a completely different part of my house. So I thought I would quickly show you guys how that looks. It was a really fun remodel. I kind of got to buy some new furniture at IKEA and it came out pretty cute, I think. It's definitely not done yet, but I do want to show you guys how it's coming along so far, so I thought I would quickly show you guys that. And I thought I would also show you guys how I am organizing my inventory for my Poshmark closet using my new studio and new system. Speaking of new, there are kind of a few new things. If you did not notice, I cut off quite a bit of my hair. My hair used to come up to here, or maybe a little bit lower than that in the back. However, I was getting kind of tired of it. Also, the ends were really dead and split, and so I did something kind of scary and I had my neighbor come over and cut a lot of it off. I absolutely love it. I'm so happy that I cut it. I feel like it's so much cuter and it feels so much healthier now. Also, I got a new pillow for my YouTube setup and a new blanket that is the softest thing ever. I literally cannot stop petting it all the time because it feels like a cat. It is so soft and so warm and I cannot wait to use it. Anyways, I'm going to take you guys downstairs into my new studio and show you a mini tour, plus how I organize my inventory now. Before we get downstairs, I just wanted to say my new studio is very, very small. So where my studio used to be was in the first basement in our house. We have two basements, the one that was originally here and the one that was part of the addition of our house. So my studio was originally in a much larger extra bedroom in the first basement in our house. So now my studio is in the giant walk-in closet down in the second basement in the house. So it is in the under the stairs closet, and it's a big walk-in closet, but it is a tiny space. So I just wanted to put that out there before I got downstairs and showed you guys. And now that the longest intro in the world is done, I'm going to take you guys downstairs. So here is the opening and beginning of my studio. Like I told you guys, it is pretty small. Honestly, with the amount of space that I need right now, this is perfect because it has just enough space for me to get some work done, to photograph all my items and keep my things stored in here. So when you first walk in, you see here I have my desk, which I am not going to say the names of anything in this studio because I got it all at IKEA and I do not know how to pronounce most of the names. I will show the name here on the screen, that way you can find it on their website if you want. So first, here's my desk. It is really just the perfect size. It's very nice and sturdy. It has metal legs that are adjustable. I also love it because I can take flat lace up on the top if I wanted to, and it is super customizable because you can switch out the top or you can switch out the legs. They have like white, black, stainless steel, and I think they might also have it in a dark navy blue. So it's very customizable to your space. I also don't have many little decorations in here yet, just because it's still a work in progress. I do have my computer on here. I have my little mouse. I also have a cute little framed picture here of some of my Posh friends. I have this jar here on my desk where I keep all of my pencils and also scissors so that I can cut the tags off of things. And I did make this macrame hanging. It did not come out too great, but I think it definitely works with the rest of the room. Looking up from the desk, we actually have a metal Aqua breaker box cover. However, since I did paint it, it does look pretty cute. It is also metal, so things can magnetize to it, like this little container here, which I want to get more of this because that way I can just put little things in it and also use it to keep like magnets and stuff on here. I have my little Posh pin right there. And then on the wall beside it, I have these two little macrame triangle hangings that I also made. Directly above that is this big wooden shelf that was in here when it used to be my mom's studio. I do keep some of my shoes stored up there. However, that's probably not the best decision considering I am not very tall. Directly next to the desk, I have a rolling clothing rack, which I love. It's super sturdy and can hold a really good amount of clothes. Also, everything in my studio is super affordable. I got it all from either IKEA or Target on pretty much a college student budget. So it's a really great option for anybody who is looking to invest just a small amount. All the velvet hangers that I have my clothes hanging on, I got at Bed Bath & Beyond for I think $10 for 12 hangers. Moving on, right next to my hanging rack, I have my organizer. I got the organizer and also the bins and lids to the bins at IKEA for super cheap. I think that the organizer was $50. It is super sturdy, so easy to put together. And then the boxes and lids were $5 a piece. They fit perfectly in this organizer. On top, I also have my planner and 2 bullet journals up here. And then I also have a random jar of scrunchies. And then I have this little adorable Aqua rolling cart that I got at Michael's for I think $30. This is great because it does roll around very easily, so I can just pull it up to my desk while I'm doing my shipping. I keep my tape, lint rollers, anything that I use for shipping in here. I keep my business cards. And then on the next tier, I keep 2 of my printed poly mailers, and on the tier below that, I keep my plain colored poly mailers. So again, this is really convenient because I can just roll it to wherever I need it at the moment. And then directly beside that, we have under the stairs, which I did tell you guys that my studio is underneath the stairs. And this is kind of just the not so pretty little like hole where I just kind of stuff all my extra shipping supplies. I've got plenty of boxes down here. That right there is an old printer. I have some of my extra light bulbs and photography stuff down here. And then if we come over to the right, we have my little photographing corner over here. Usually I'll have my 2 umbrella lights right here, but I am using them to light this video, so obviously I couldn't show you that. I have my very basic velvet covered mannequin that I got on Amazon forever ago. This is where I take pretty much all of the photos for my listings on Poshmark, and I feel like this is the perfect little place to take pictures of. Directly behind her, I have my macrame bunting hanging that is in the intro of my YouTube videos, and is also the backdrop, obviously, of all my Poshmark photos. I did make this myself out of just some macrame rope and some beads that I had lying around the house. I'm considering fraying the edges of these, but I'm still not entirely sure if I should. And then on the wall above my macrame hanging is just a nail where I keep my hanger for when I'm taking pictures. One thing that's really annoying about my photos is I always have to Photoshop out those 2 holes because they're kind of really large, and I've tried filling them. They're very hard to fill. That's really annoying. But aside from that, this is the perfect little place to take my photos. I think that Maggie's scratching on the door because she wants to come in. There's her little paw. Hello. And then we have this basically entire empty wall. Usually I do have another hanging rack here, but it was kind of hard to stand in here and film with the hanging rack there. But I usually have another one of those racks hanging right here with more clothes on it. But yeah, that is basically my entire studio. Like I said, it is a very small space, but it is perfect for the amount of inventory and space that I need right now. This is definitely more of a like practice studio, if you will, because all the things that I bought at IKEA to put in my new studio will be coming with us to Florida when we move to put in my new studio there. So this one is not going to be fully decorated because it's just going to be kind of a pain in the butt to need to move all of my decorations and everything for my studio to our new house. But yeah, I definitely think that this studio works very well for me. I definitely want to have a lot more inventory and more room when we move. But for now, this is just gonna have to do. Now that you guys have gotten to see pretty much the entire studio, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth on my inventory, which is right there. So as for my first hanging rack, pretty much everything that goes on here is dresses and sweaters or jackets. I try to keep it organized in some sort of way, but I usually end up disorganizing it pretty quickly. But right now I have it organized so that all of the dresses are starting here, starting from sleeveless and going up to short sleeves and then long sleeves. And then at the very end, I have just a couple random jackets and sweaters here. Usually my second hanging rack, which would be hanging right across from me, has more jackets and coats and things that I have not yet gotten into my inventory system or things that I haven't photographed yet. And then anything that isn't a dress, a jacket, or isn't too bulky to fit into a gallon-sized Ziploc bag will go into my cubby here. Okay, so I'm not really this short. I'm just crouching down, which kind of hurts a little bit so that I can fit under the stairs here. But the way that I organize my inventory in the bins is I have a number and lettering system that I use on my listings. So every item that goes into my inventory system has a number and a letter that will go into the title of my listing. So it will get a letter number combination like A16 or B24. That number will go in the very end of the title of the listing, and then I'll take that item once it is measured and listed, and I will put it into a Ziploc bag that has that number and letter on it. That Ziploc bagged item will then go into one of these bins depending on what number letter combination it has. So the top row are the A bins, the second row are the B bins, third is C, and then bottom is D, which is pretty basic. So anything listed between A1 and A15 will go into this bin, Anything A 16 through 30 will be in this bin, and then it goes on. So anything B 1 through 15 will be in that drawer, and then anything B 16 through 30 will be in that one. And then the same thing for the C and D drawers. This letter numbering system makes it very easy for me to find my inventory once it sells, because since I put the letter number combination in the title of my listing, when it sells, Poshmark will email me saying, "Congratulations, item blah 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 just sold." And in that email, my inventory number / letter combination will be in the title. So say an item sold, all I have to do is hold down on the item, and since I put my inventory number in the title, it tells me right there that this is in bag A2. And now that I know exactly which bag this item is in, all I have to do is find the drawer that that number goes in, which will be A1 through 15, since it's A2 obviously. And then as you can see, all the items in the bin are all bagged with their letter number combinations on them. So all I have to do is find which bag has item A2 in it, and there it is. Obviously this isn't the same item that I just showed you a second ago because that was just an example from a while ago. But that is basically it and how I store and find my inventory. And there you have it. That is my new studio update and how I organize my inventory now that I have a new system. I hope you guys really enjoyed seeing how I do things. I hope that it was helpful to you. So if you guys found this video helpful, then please let me know in the comments below. I love to hear all your guys' thoughts and opinions. Also, make sure that you guys leave your Poshmark closets and Instagram handles in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate it so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!